Aloha Friday, we say here in Hawaii. I don't know what they say on your end, but over here it's Aloha Friday. That means it's the end of the beginning of the weekend for the Hawaiian folks over here, and they're about to spend family time. So we say aloha to you all on the other side too. So hope you all are having an amazing time. Hope you all hold plans with your family. I want to come on real quick, and I always say that at the beginning, but I mean it this time, okay? It's going to be real quick because the phone that I'm on, and by the way, can you all hear me? I don't know if you can hear me because maybe you can't hear me. You can't hear me. I think I think so. Can you all hear me? I had plugged this bad boy in, but I didn't. See, that's the thing with these phones. I'm on my says as you in the sciatica, a lot of pain here. You loud and clear. Oh, you hear me now, sis? Thank you. I was like, wait a minute. Let me double check to see if they can hear me. Let me double check and see if they can hear me. Because this phone don't be playing with me on this side. And you know what? I had on the AirPlay. Can you hear me now, Sister Dawn? Give me a thumbs up. Let me see if you can hear me right now because I just unplugged the CarPlay and plugged in headphones, but I don't know if I messed it up. So let me know if you can hear me at this point in time. And if you can, okay, good. I think we're going somewhere. We're doing something in here, okay? I finally figured this thing out, and that's a good thing. So I must. The car is on while we're charging, and I'm gonna be on for a little bit just with you guys. I just wanted to tell you guys, I think on Monday or Wednesday, one of those days, I talk about communicating and reaching out, like checking in with purpose. And today I think I want to talk about following through with purpose, where we basically, instead of checking in, you make sure you follow through. Because sometimes you could just check in and it stays flat. But following through with purpose, meaning that, you know, a day, 2, 3 days, 4 days go by, you also want to think about, like, maybe I should recheck back in, or sometimes you check in and you're asked, there's a conversation. It's also good to follow through and ask about that conversation. If you're all just coming in here, hit that thumbs up, and don't mind my hair. My hair appointment is for tomorrow, so I'm gonna get my hair all done tomorrow evening, not morning. They didn't have any more appointments, so I'm gonna go and get this done. But right now, this is out of order. My hair feel like a big brush at this point in time. But thank you, Sister Dawn. I appreciate it. Hope you are feeling much better. Um, today, and that your sciatica will leave you alone so that you can be able to be more mobile. As you know, Sister Dawn be walking all over the place, getting those steps in. And, that sciatica is no joke. My husband, when he pulled his back, he had still walking around slowly but surely. But, it takes a minute. Once our body needs to rest, we need to start listening. But some of us just got to keep pushing, because it is what it is, and life be life in it. But take care of yourself, Sister Dawn. Get some rest when you can. I know tomorrow you're probably going to take a day or two where you're just focusing on yourself and healing. So keep Sister Dawn in prayers, guys, as her sciatica is definitely, you know, tapping at her, and rest don't go. So she said sciatica and rest don't go hand in hand. Oh, okay. Well, walk it out, sister. Walk it out. Okay. So going back to what I was saying, I know we talk about a lot about, checking in with purpose. But sometimes we check in at that one time, and then it can go another year before you check in again. So I want to talk about, you know, following through with purpose, because sometimes that check in, yes, that's awesome, but following through with purpose is the conversation that you had with that individual prior, you know, probably a week go by, maybe 2 weeks go by. Make sure that you don't take too long before you can follow up. What if they told you, like Sister Dawn, she know I'm going to follow through with purpose when tomorrow I check in with her and I said, Sister Dawn, how are you feeling today? Is your leg all right? Is your hips okay? How is the sciatica treating you? Like, make it intentional too, you know, when you follow through, meaning you're listening to the conversation and you really care. That's what purpose is all about, and being intentional with your situation when you reach out to the individual, not just dust it off, you know. Let's talk about it. You know, how are you doing? How are you feeling today? Because sometimes not everybody going to just come and say, you know what, this is how I'm feeling. You know, my eyelids just, my eyebrows about to fall off. You know, my toenails is this. Not everybody's going to bring that to you unless you make it intentional to ask them specific. So just make sure that we are making the follow-ups and follow through intentional with purpose when we are talking to our loved ones. It could be that coworker, that friend. Pay attention and be mindful that people do care. There's onesie twosie of us out there that really do care about individuals and really do care about family members. We may not be able to spend all day communicating with people, but because we are working and life is life in, but make sure that you take at least one day out of the week and say, let me follow through with purpose. Okay? Check in now with purpose and be intentional with your check-ins, but follow through, meaning whatever conversation that was done when you check in the first time, you're following through and following up with the individual. With Make it intentional. Like, don't do it just like a check. Do it intentional. So that's my little word of the day that I want to share with you guys. Like I said, I don't want to be on too long because I am on my work phone, and this is the phone that everybody be texting and calling and trying to get a hold of. Hi, Brother John, how are you? Thank you for coming into Life with Paulette, and aloha to you too. Today's Aloha Friday, and I just wanted to come on and just leave a little word with you guys on how it is that I'm learning how to be intentional and more purposeful when it comes to connecting with my friends, my family, you know, and you know, I think it's necessary. It's not easy at the beginning, especially if you started out a relationship and it's strange, you know, where things are not, you know, you all are starting out new. It's one thing, but at the end of the day, guys, I just feel like whatever we do, make sure that it's intentional. Keep it ohana, you know, keep it close to you like family, and make sure that it's purposeful, okay? Not just a dust off, like a little shake it off. We don't want to do it like that. No, 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 no. We want to be intentional, especially if you are following your faith walk, you know, make sure that you are creating better communication and connections with individuals that you meet along the way and the ones that you met long time ago as well, you know. Go back, knock on their door, check in, and then follow up and follow through. So that's all I have for you guys today. I know it's quick. What's going on, Mr. Sister Dawn? What time are you going to be working long today, Sister Dawn? Are you going to just be a little bit, since your sciatica is definitely kicking in and telling you who's in charge? Are you going to be on for long, or are you just going to be on just for a little bit? You know, don't work as long. But I think you mentioned that you probably would stay on a little bit longer today, so that way tomorrow you'll take off and just enjoy yourself. But you know, don't do too much, Sister Dawn. I'm just saying. And Brother John, thank you for that. Tomorrow, I know that I mentioned I wanted to talk in regards to some shmoney talk tomorrow in regards to insurance. Um, the insurance, the personal insurance, and also I wanted to talk in regards to the gig economy insurance, making sure that you guys know the difference, and you know, if you should or should not, or what's the what's the plans with that. As you get into the gig economy, there's things that I would love for you guys to share a few tips and tricks with you guys. So I'm looking forward for that tomorrow. It's going to be short, spicy, just to the point. But if you all have any other questions, or you encounter situations where you are already in the gig economy and you had to, you know, your experience probably a little bit better than mine's, feel free to share too. But tomorrow we're going to talk about that when it comes to gig economy, Saturday shmoney talk. We're going to do a little bit of that. But on the meantime, guys, today was a day where I started off on my Walmart Spark and I had a really big order. And once I dropped that off, then I ended up with my Lyft, and Lyft plus that it was a little bit slow. It wasn't fast today, but I'm going to go ahead and make the best of it, guys, because you all know some days it's going to be good in the economy, and some days it's going to be a little bit too much where you're going to feel um, that it's not moving fast enough for you. So, like I said, all I want to say to you guys is whatever you're doing, make sure that it's done intentionally. It could be in the gig economy. If you're working your apps, make sure that you are focused and learning the app. And some days you're going to have good days. Fridays is great, but it's better doing dinner time. Lunchtime is so, it's not as good here on this island. So sometimes you got to make sure to figure out the timing of the day, the locations that's going to be fast for you, and just see what works for you, because what works for you in my zone, for in your zone, may not work for me in my zone. I'm talking in regards to the gig economy here in Hawaii, and what works in my zone may not work for you. So today, on Fridays early morning is that time where you're not going to be able to get um, good orders right now, but around dinner time will be the best time. Okay, so make today intentional. Aloha to you. Wishing you all the best. Hope all is well with you and your family. Always make sure that you spend time with your family and make it intentional. Make sure that on the weekends you guys are planning something to do with your family, okay? And be intentional about it, all right? And if you don't have no family, or you don't have, or you already planned prior and you already did something, take one day out of your week to go sit down and follow up and follow through with all of your friends and family members that you checked in prior, right? That's what we want to do. That's something that I wanted to share. And that's it. That's all I have for you all today. I know it's 12 minutes. That was quick. I told you it was going to be quick because I got to go. I got things to do. Unless you all have some questions and concerns, you all can share there. Have a great week. And you too, Brother John. And thank you for always coming in here and being so supportive. I appreciate that. I know it's a Friday. It's 11:30. And a lot of times, people working. I've been working. I normally don't even come on this time, but because I don't have my second phone, I'm scared to start up my work right now and then not being able to go on live, because in the evening time, everybody is trying to call and contact you. So that's about it. But I just finished up with the gym also. So hopefully you all are getting your move on, getting those 10,000 steps. I don't know about today, Sister Dawn, okay? Because today was my weightlifting day. And some days, you do more steps than other. When I do aerobics classes, that's when I get to the point where I'm getting a little bit more steps in. But sometimes, guys, when I end up doing body pump or I'm lifting weights, you're not doing a whole lot of steps. And by the time you turn on lift, boom, you pick up on jobs. And guess what? You're not going to get back on your feet until after the end of the day. And sometimes you barely hit 3,000 to 4,000 steps. Okay, so that's the disadvantage with Lyft. You don't get to move as much as you want, but you do make a lot of money depending on the time on Lyft. Okay, early mornings, around lunchtime, it picks up and then it goes straight into dinner time. I call it dinner time on Lyft. You're not taking food, but I say dinner time because it's like around, you know, 3, 4 o'clock all the way until probably 10, 11 o'clock at night. But I don't do night shift, guys. I finish my lift by 1 o'clock. I am done, and I started to focus on making my way home, and that's how I finish up my lift work. If I'm out on lift in the evening time, it's because I was stuck in traffic or it was just that, okay? But that's all I have today. Follow up, follow through with intentions, and check in once a week, once a month. Pick a day and go and do it. Gear down, okay? Gear down. As I today is, by the way, 6 months on my health and fitness journey, and she's excited. One day I'm gonna just pop out and show you all my little muscle that it's up in here. You know, this big back be getting a lot of, I can lift really heavy now because my shoulder is doing much better. But anyway, I'll see you all on the next one. Deuces, a bitty good eve. Thanks for coming in here on this little quick and spicy, but she out of here. Bye bye. Bye bye.